Data and mobile is a really hot topic at the moment, and interestingly, the whole industry is moving towards being data-led, trying to empower creativity through the data we get from campaigns. And there's a big problem with that, believe it or not, and you'd think I'd be very pro-data, which I am, but let's look at the problems. Number one, if we focus just on the numbers, we forget about the consumer, and the consumer is the person we're trying to influence. So we have to have emotion, we have to have, people want to laugh, they want to cry, and that's what advertising is meant to do, and that gets forgotten about. So we talk about being measurably daring, which combines data, left brain thinking with creative, right brain thinking, so that we do amazing ads targeted to the right people. It's easy to forget that mobile actually popped in a time of austerity. We have been in the last 5 years, which is where mobile as we know it today has really sort of become prolific. And the brands which have embraced mobile have been ones who've had to, mobile-centered businesses such as Facebook, Google, Uber. But the ones who haven't needed to embrace mobile, i.e. the brands which would argue that mobile doesn't shift the needle on their business, have sort of laid back a bit because, you don't get fired for putting TV on the plan. So as we come out of this global economic crisis and there is more appetite for risk in advertising, then we're going to see investments into platforms which haven't got a track record of providing ROI. I think the next couple of years is going to be really interesting for mobile because it will open up, more investment will come into it. Investment brings more creativity, more innovation, and I think we seem to forget we're early on in mobile. This is just the start. Future of mobile, I'm personally really interested by virtual reality, not because it's a buzzword, but because I put Oculus Rift on a while ago, and I was amazed at what it could do. But actually, what I found even more interesting wasn't the $500 Oculus Rift. It was when Google, at the Google I/O last year, did the cardboard version of Oculus Rift for $30. Now that for me is mind-blowing, because similar sort of impact from a consumer's point of view. You slide the phone in and you feel like you're in a cinema, and it opened up my eyes, excuse the pun, but it opened up my eyes to think, wow, this is a new way of experiencing content. So that really interests me. It's affordable, it's very immersive, it's connected to mobile. I think that's really interesting and one to watch. Virtual reality is a really interesting space for brands, because if you look at the banner and why that's not very exciting, it's the size of your finger on a mobile device. It's not very intuitive or immersive. The reason TV works so well is, okay, yes, it's at scale, but it's nothing to do with a television or broadcast. It's because it's AV, it's video, and that's a real engaging format. And people can cry and they can laugh and they can connect with it. So taking that to the next level, where you have virtual reality, so you actually are in the TV, you feel like you are in the set of a movie or a piece of content, you're going to be able to create a unique, immersive experience that actually we've never really been able to do before. So if I was a brand right now, or maybe let's say in 2 years' time, I'd be very, very excited about that.